Thank you. Tasisi Gatwa, I'm from Rwanda, Council of Churches in Rwanda, so Africa Conference of Churches. I may have missed the first part, but my question is regarding the common core. If we were to go back and to tell people about the core of this 3 days or 4 days conference, and the outcome, which is this message, what would be one or two key area where emphasis is going to be put in the coming 100 years? This is in connection with my second concern. Who is going to implement all this common core, to be responsible? 1910 set up a continuation committee, which really was instrumental in bringing up the whole process of church unity. Who is going to implement this common core? Thank you.
There is no intention for Edinburgh 2010 to have a long-term new structural life. And the reason for that is that there are already structures in place in different parts of the world. They're different in different parts of the world. There were people here who came from national church councils, who came from denominational circles, people who came from colleges and seminaries, people who came from different walks of life. And the responsibility is for the delegates to take that back and to look at how they could use it in their own particular setting. There will be other publications coming on which will, as it were, have much fuller input from different parts of the conference, including a lot of the kinds of comments that Jose has just mentioned, that where people have expressed things that they felt were missing and that needed to be present. That will have been captured and recorded, and it will appear in the post-conference volume. And there's also stuff on the website that, as again, Jasmine can tell you more about it. And we hope that people would take this and take the common call as a kind of outline. It is not a creed. Nobody is expecting you to use it as a confessional document in the sense that we use the historic creeds. It is simply an attempt to capture something that we believe together, that the Lord is leading us towards. This is our intention and our hope, that this is what we want to do. And it will look different in different contexts, how you live it out, and which particular parts of the call, I think, you especially want to focus on, because our contexts in different parts of the world are different.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you very much, Rosemary. And the question was an extremely, I think, relevant one, because I know that delegates are already asking themselves, how do we ensure that this is not a unique event, but one of a series of events that will continue in some way that important dialogue between the mainline churches, the churches which showed strong structure, and those more free churches of the charismatic movement and the Pentecostal movement, who account, in fact, those groups for a very significant part of the believing Christians in the world and of the missionary Christians.
And a final word?
Well, I think that one of the big differences from 1910 and 2010 is that in the 1910, the idea of mission was very clear. The forms were not a problem because they were only dividing the territory for going to do mission. In 2010, the concept mission by itself is a question. There are many different ideas by what we are understanding like mission, and I would be afraid that churches that are working on more on proclamation just keep working on proclamation, and churches that are working on social justice keep working in social justice. I hope they have listened each other. They have learned from this. We have all learned from this event, and we have heard each other. That's my hope.
Thank you very much to the panelists and to all the media attending this press conference. I'm being told that we unfortunately need to leave this room as soon as possible. Yes.
We are now over our booking time, and we would like to have everyone moved out by 7:30 at the absolute latest if possible.